Everybody, welcome back. We're doing another Marvel Future Revolution video. In this one, mainly two things. First, if you entered the gold giveaway in the other video, we're going to have our 3 winners at the end of this video. So check that out. And then we're going to be checking out Captain Marvel is the second part of this. So a lot of things with this balance patch have sort of come around, and I think Black Widow, Captain Marvel, and Spider-Man seem to be the most upset and I'd say Captain America, Iron Man seem the most happy. I think I covered that mostly. I think Doctor Strange's are still waiting. So what we're gonna look at is Captain Marvel. I did another video like this with a Doctor Strange, and what I'd like to glean from these is there are people out there who are finding success. My goal in this is to share with you what they are doing to find success, or a part of what they are doing to achieve that success, and hear from you maybe why it's different for you. If it's a server situation, if you've tried and it's not working, or this person's under this circumstance and that's the only reason that's working, etc., etc., etc. So anyway, I want to hear from you guys. Does this work for you? Can this work for you? Is CM still viable in game? Because there's some footage in here, or at least, something I'm looking at right now that is a pretty sick win streak. So yeah, let's check this out.
Bring me WolverThor!
So I'm covering it right now, and there it is. 27 consecutive wins. So you can't see the whole thing, so I'll move it for you slightly. 29-1 dimension duels, cookies, aka I don't know if I should say their real name, because maybe it is cookies, maybe it's not. But yeah, 27 consecutive wins with a record of 29-1. So this is obviously something that is, it's dimension duel. There's different forms of PvP. She's doing something right. Captain Marvel, that is. The character here, Night Eye Cookies, is giant shout out. Spent I want to say 3 to 5. I think it was 300 matches figuring out a build that should sort of work. So it is out here. Okay, there are ways for Captain Marvel, and Cookie / Night Eye is a just great player, great strategist, really sort of grinding their way through to figure out what do I need to do here so that I can actually figure out a way to, succeed. So I wanted to start with this. I might even throw this in the thumbnail. We'll see. And we'll sort of go from there. The rest of this is going to be some chat on Discord that we had. If you're new, if you have not seen my Discord, check out the link in the description below. I try to keep sort of a friendly atmosphere there, theory crafting based atmosphere. Come in, share. Shout out to, I think it was JBB as well. Started talking about Captain Marvel. So we went through some of this. Knowing, Night Eye / Cookies, had him check it out as well. And there was a very similar situation to what Night Eye was doing here. So let's check this out further. But I want to encourage you guys, any CMs out there who are frustrated, there is stuff that could work. All right, maybe we do a deep dive or something, or I have Sendel throw in a deep dive. He's really good at doing those. Maybe I'll do it together with him, where we can do a video and go further into how they're making Captain Marvel work. But I'm going to show you what we've got right now that we've just sort of chatted a little bit in Discord. Okay, so this is where it starts. It was an Omega War, right? So 30 kills, pretty solid. Again, this can vary depending on who your opponents are. It was a loss though, so obviously there were some decent opponents in there that they fought. But again, this was JBB. Again, giant shout out to him or her for doing it. They did decent. They even say here that they were fine in dimensional duel. So that they're finding a new way to play, but they're saying it's not too bad. I was like, all right. And I asked, did you have to change gear stats for that? And they said they only changed their specs. Okay. So this is the part to me that is huge. So if you can sort of figure out ways to not change gear, because right now and it was actually, I think, just before this post, I said, do you have to change gear for this? I put this suggestion out there on the main forums, and I want to keep preaching about this. Is I think if Netmarble finds a way for us to change gear types from one to another, like within regional, like if I've gone Xanderth and you Netmarble have changed something and said, this is now the way, or we're going to have a build, or there's a cooldown on this. Okay, then I should be able to quickly switch to Sakaar, because what if I've 7 nano and all this stuff, and now you've changed my build and it's not as good or not worthy at all? And that's sort of happened to some of these people. So anyway, that's why I asked that question. And so I want to keep preaching about that, and I hope that Netmarble considers something like that, to be honest with you. So what they did is they've got some new specs here that they went to. So the green one here at the top is when critically damaged, become invincible for 2 seconds and restore 35% of HP. Okay, that's I believe I call it Second Life for Widow, but it's the same thing. So it's, you get some HP, you kind of stick around a little bit, so that way you don't die. You last a little bit longer. Increase ultimate gauge recovery by 45% when HP is 50% or higher. So they're going to this. This is just trying to get to that ult faster for Captain Marvel. It does some pretty good damage. And man, I swear, sometimes the range on that thing, like, what just hit me? Like in Dark Zone, like, it was the Captain Marvel that killed me. And so anyway, that thing is pretty lethal still. It increases attack by 13.5% when the yellow one this is, but when flying, defense by 13.5% when landed. So that's an interesting one. You might have to decide, how you're attacking, what you're doing with that. It is tough to know if you can fly and get around and attack. Your guard break is a little higher if you get hit when flying. So there's some trade-offs there. And then the last one, which is red, and the first one, the green one was 10 out of 10. The next two are 9 out of 10. This red one's only 7 out of 10. Increase attack by 14% when battle lasts for 6 seconds. So I'm like, okay, well, the battle's almost always going to last for 6 seconds, so you're going to get that attack buff, right? So there's some attack buffs here. There's an ultimate gauge that's going across, and you've got sort of that Second Life situation. And that's where it's at. And I was kind of like, okay, that's pretty decent. They said that they're still not doing as good in Dimension Duels before, but they did win some fights against Iron Man, Storm, and Strange from the top guilds today, and it was 5 in a row. So it's kind of like, all right, that's really, really solid. I'm actually pretty impressed with that. So they went through there and did pretty well. Now I'm going to, I kept asking, hey, how's it going? Keep me in the loop. They got another one here, 39 kills. Okay, so this is still doing pretty solid. And this time they got the victory. I'm like, all right, very well done. It said they were getting better in, this is JBB still, better in Omega War and Dimension Duel each day. And their overall thoughts were CM wasn't dead. All right, so, and I tend to agree if you can find a way to do this. She's not dead. She plays completely different from before, but she's still viable. So she's not the shared absolute top character, but definitely one of the better ones in the end. Now, I will say, whether this is right or wrong, it's JB's experience or JBB's experience. What I like is the comment is, it's not the shared absolute top, because I actually don't think there should be a shared absolute top character. I think there should be somebody that's like, okay, this person, I can sometimes beat this person, sometimes I can't. It just depends. It comes down to skill. So I like seeing that. You know what I mean? They did swap out some of the skills later out. So let's see what they had. So this is still actually the same one, but they did comment that they shared that same thing. They swapped out the 2 dodge specs with the yellow attack defense specs and the attack after 6 second specs. This is some of the skills that they're using. You can kind of take a snapshot here. It seems pretty decent. I don't know each one of these skills as a Captain Marvel, but I think it's this for the 5 one. That's sort of that lock-in one. I do know that some players are using that as a critical moment to find when to do that. If somebody's out of dodges, their guard's broken, they're using a long animation ability, they pop that, get a lot of damage. That can be pretty game-breaking. They specifically JJB says for Dimension Duel, they just swapped out for further or for faster when dodge peeps played. So the iframe seems more important to them. This was another set of build where they dropped out that ability I was just talking about. So it's a little bit different there, and that's the sort of thing you want to play with, right? Let's see, what else do they have here? Okay, so this is a little bit of their strategy that I'll share with you guys as well. In Omega War, I mentioned they wrapped out further for faster as well, is the dimensional we just mentioned. And they swapped to the defense up skill version of the skill on slot 5 instead of the AoE. That's stuff we sort of talked about. They play in dimensional duel. They play similar to the play played before, but they just avoid to spam dodges, right? So they basically dodge only at the site of a specific skills and try to save 1 dodge for normal enemies and 2 dodges for spiders. So they're changing their gameplay a little bit where now some people don't like this aspect, and this is the part I do understand. Now, if like, well, I want to go in and just do. Okay, I'm all for that too, like brawler mode. But there is some aspects of the game that they are shifting away from that, at least with certain players. I know Widow, you can't necessarily just do that. In Omega War, they're talking about focusing on going in max 1v3 and not just them against the world. Okay, again, I think that seems pretty reasonable, and like a character that can go against the world, there might need tweaks there. I'm not gonna lie to you, right? So they're generally more cautious with who they pull a fight with and thinking about certain fights. They're still in the learning process. The biggest thing was to get rid of a habit of spamming dodges all over the battle. So, that is something that, like, yeah, that was kind of broken. I'm not gonna lie to you. If you're mad at me for saying that, I'm sorry. But I firmly believe that. Like, that was sort of broken. They haven't made any adjustments gear, badge, or card wise, so that's super impressive. And then they're still playing the alt gain build with decent cooldown reduction. Okay, they've been playing with their max crit damage decrease, which is a huge thing, and max PvP decreases before, and dodge rate is closer to 60%. So they say their hope this helps all the other CMs getting back into the PvP game as well. That's what my hope is as well. If you're struggling as a CM, like, this is something that I think can use. Let me know, like I said in the comments below, what you think. Come to the Discord. Come talk with us here. Tell us what you're thinking. This is, again, shout out to JBB, okay? They're posting this. Shout out to Night Eye as well, who's been talking to me a little bit about this stuff, and also kind of commented on these things as well. And speaking of Night Eye, this is exactly what Night Eye was running, right? So you can check out the skills. Somewhat similar, a little bit different order, but this is something that Night Eye's using as well. And these are the specs Night Eye specifically used, so slightly different. They still have the dodge gauge recovery, which is something that JBB isn't using, but they have the ultimate gauge increase, the critically damaged item, but the other two are different, where they're decreasing light speed movement class skills cooldown by 2.2 seconds when using dodge skill, and they still have the dodge gauge recovery. So still kept with some of that, which is sort of impressive given the 27 game win streak. All right, now here, this is Night Eye against Toxic, one of the best Spider-Men on our servers altogether. Like, just Toxic is a top tier Spider-Man. So let's check this out. Looks like both of them are invincible and dodging nonstop right now. They're both slow playing it a little bit. All right, already got the all gauge. Bust that out. Man, it's like both of them have barely hit each other. It's pretty hilarious. Oh, there's a good hit. All right, good hit from Toxic. Night Eye's out of dodges at the moment, so yep, took a pretty big hit. Toxic's still pretty invincible. Got some hits in there. Close match. Another alt. The second alt. That's the second one, and got him with the alt in that one. So pretty impressive there. Big win for Night Eye on that one. All right, here's an Iron Man, Inep. Inep is another top tier player on our server sets, East Coast. And again, Iron Man is a great character. So you've got top tier Iron Man against a Captain Marvel that's been nerfed. Night Eye is one of the better, if not, man, dare I say best Captain Marvels that I've seen out there. I think I could say that and feel pretty confident about it. Oh, all right. Night Eye's struggling here. Got an alt coming in. Ooh, look at that hit. All right, knocked him down and then burnt him. So pretty impressive win there as well. All right, one last one against Arch, another really top tier Iron Man in the East Coast servers, East Coast of the United States, that is. So we'll see some Spid Blade action. We got the missile hugs, some dodging. Oh, Night Eye's struggling here. We'll see. Can he come back? You can see he's got to run away a little bit to regain some stuff. He's got to think about when he does his attacks. Gets close, does the ultimate. Gets just a little bit of damage there, but knocks him down. Dodged out of the way. I'm sort of surprised he didn't use his beam there, but, you know, he's a good player. I don't know CM. There's the beam a little bit. Oh, wow. All right. So, you know, that's pretty impressive. All of this stuff, I have to say that, you know, Night Eye is very impressive again. Like, this is what we were looking at before, 27 game win streak. Okay. So now, that's what we got for the CMs. Let's do the giveaway. All right. So we're going to pick our random winner from the video. Let's see what we get. Spidey can't dodge this. Oyoshi Tolia. So that's number 1. All right. So we got another one. We're going to get 2 more winners. So anybody who's going to win this, we're picking 3. What I want you to do is comment below on this video, the one you're watching right now. Comment below. Just say, I won. Yay. And then I'm going to get in touch with you there. Have you get to the Discord. We'll do what we need to get you the right one. So that's 1. Oyish Tolia. All right. Now let's pick another winner. Number 2. Who are we going to get? Who are we going to get? Oh, you shoot good still. All right. Comment. Spidey can't dodge this. Again, second winner. All right. Like I mentioned, comment below. And then final winner. Let's see what we get here. What do we get? What do we get? Mario Jr. Spidey can't dodge this. So the 3 of you, congratulations. Just comment below. You will get your gold giveaway that we got from Netmarble. So thank you, Netmarble. Thank you to you all for interacting with the videos and being part of the community. I appreciate all of you. And like I mentioned earlier, Discord link in the description below. Hammer down like buttons, click the notification bell, subscribe, all that stuff. Share with your aunts, uncles, nieces, nephews, cousins, grandma, grandpa, all that kind of thing. Until next time, I hope you have a wonderful day.